Okay, I'm going to see how much rewards do I get for being an AFK for 5 15-minute sessions. So basically this is Mark Rober's Build a Rocket game, and like I was doing chores, so I just put myself in AFK. So basically, keeping people in the game, I guess, helps push his game, whatever, exposure, whatever, I don't know. But anyways, you get rewards for every 15 minutes you spend in AFK mode, means away from keyguard. So I have been here for 5 sessions of 15 minutes, which is 1 hour and 15 minutes and some change. So let's see how much rewards I get for 5 15-minute sessions. So I'm going to claim my rewards and see what I get. How much do I get? 43 out of 84. That's like, okay, so 900 in XP times 17. Whatever XP is, I'm not even sure what that is. But anyways, so that's 900 coins. Free. So I'm going to show how the basics of doing this game. If you're looking for gameplay, I've got gameplay videos of this game. I'll put some links at the end of this video. Check my playlist. So basically, I'm going to tell you the things that I've learned about this game, the basic controls, just some of the things that you just have to learn as you play, because there's really no tutorial on the game. Some buggy things that are in the game because it is pretty new, and how to get around it. Some things that you really want to know so that you don't get frustrated and lose your work like I have. And just some other things that I hope that it will be helpful to people who are brand new to the game. And like when I went in there, I was like myself and other people like, how do you play this? And you just kind of have to get in there and figure it out. So anyways, so just so you know, then I think this is important in hindsight. If knowing what I do now, if I knew what I know now, then I probably would not have spent all the amount of money that I have spent so far on the lower levels. So when you start this game, you're going to start out on ranks. Like you'll have parts that are like weak, and your rocket will get more powerful when, as your rank goes up, your parts will become more powerful, more durable, your thrusts and you'll get more, different types of wings, different types of thrusts. And those are important when you're trying to go through different planets, because you'll run out of gas very quickly. And so you want stronger parts that can take, collision with rocks and not blow you up. But here's the thing. So when you first start this game, you're going to get a bunch of free coins. They're pretty generous on the free coins. So it's set up pretty much that, you have to spend money unless you want to work. But starting out on the first, I don't know, 1 to 4 levels, 4 to 5 levels, you will get these rewards as you go along. And you'll get a bunch of coins, you'll get some bonus stuff. And so I personally would not spend a lot of money trying to build your rocket. If you can get to the moon pretty easily, like on level 1 and 2, you can get to the moon very easily. So you go to the moon, mine the rocks, you'll get an axe, you mine with your coins, mine your rocks, and come back and you'll sell the mining stuff that you've collected, and then you'll get more coins. Try to save all your coins if you're not somebody that wants to spend money. If you're somebody that wants to spend money, then it doesn't really matter. But the stuff in this game is pretty pricey, just so you know. So you're not going to get any more free coins once you get to like level, I think 6. I'm at rank 7 now. So once you get to like a planet, like let's say, for example, Choco Planet, just for an axe to be able to mine those rocks on that planet is 10,000 coins. And every part that makes your rockets more powerful so that you can get to the further planets, those parts get much more expensive at the higher rank that you go. So that's why I say you probably want to save a lot of your money and just kind of get up, to the level 4 and 5. I got to Choco. I think I was level 4 in Choco Land. I haven't been to the other one, Marshmallow Topia or whatever it's called. I was almost there. I was so close, and I ran out of fuel, and I was going sideways. I mean, I was so close. But anyways, you can get there on, like level 5. You don't have to have the most expensive parts, you know. Um, but at any rate, so here's the thing about building. If you go into AF code, AFK, excuse me. If you want to take a break and you want to say, well, I'm going to go in AFK mode while I'm going to go do a chore or whatever, and I'll come back, finish working on my ship, right? If you leave and you go into AFK mode, your ship will not be there when you come back. That's important to know. I wish I'd known that. I wish somebody had told me that. Okay, that's why I'm doing this tutorial and things to know about this game for those who, kind of want to know how to play before you get into it, right? So yeah, so there's that. And what is the other thing? So for when you're building your parts, here's the thing about controls. I'm using a desktop. I cannot tell you how to use the other devices because I don't know. All I use is the desktop. So I use a keyboard and a mouse. On the keyboard, to move forward, you use your up arrow. To move backwards, you use your down arrow. To move left, okay, or panning left and right, be very careful. Now, maybe you won't have this issue, but it was kind of buggy. And if, let's say, you are got your rocket completed and you're about to jump on your spaceship and you just happen to hold down your left arrow or your right arrow for too long, and then what'll happen if you hold it down for too long, instead of just like one at a time to turn it like this, can you hear that? If you just sit there and hold it and pan like that, you can get stuck and you will just twirl and there's no way to get it unstuck. So I don't know if that bug is still an issue. I'm not trying to test it to see if it's still an issue. But what'll happen is you'll have to like leave the game or go into AFK mode to get out of the spin. And of course, you will lose your work. So be very careful with those controls. As far as like when you're getting on your rocket and you're launching, you're going to use your WASD keys. W to go forward. S will help you get lower underneath the big rocks. So when you're on your rocket ship, I hit S quite a bit to get underneath those big boulders. And then you'll have these shooting rockets. Now, once you get to the level where you have your laser beams, if you use your laser beams, for whatever reason, it seems like it takes more from your ability to control your rocket going left and right by having those laser beams. That's just my experience. Maybe you won't have the same experience, but it's a little bit harder to like go down lower and maneuver the rocket left and right when I did use those laser beams. The laser beams, I thought that they were pretty helpful, but honestly, I could do much better without them just because it does kind of take away from the controls. I don't know if other people would have the same issue, but I think that's something that people need to know. Okay. Now, when you get up here, there's different ways that you can get to Crunch Lab. So they have what's called like a portal. Now, for whatever reason, there's limited items in this game, right? And I got the UFO like flashlight or whatever, but I don't know where they're at. I don't know where the special items that I obtained are at. That I didn't get it. I said that I got it, but I didn't get it. And there was like 4,950 of them remaining. And so for whatever reason, it didn't work. So I don't know if other people are having the same issue with on that. But there's some really cool special limited item issues. So the items are there, and but it's like first come, first serve, and there's only so many, and they're gone. After that, that's it. You will never get that again. So that's, I don't know if he'll repeat those items, but I mean, those items are what they are. So a lot of games do that, it's promotional, and so better grab them while you can if you're into special limited edition items. Okay, so then you can go into other people's bay areas, but kind of be respectful, because like most people put locks on theirs if they don't want people in there, and I've had people come into mine and I don't mind. I've had somebody try to hijack, get on my he wanted to like go for a ride with me, and I don't even know if that's allowed. I mean, I didn't mind. I mean, it would take a little more fuel, but I didn't care. I'm friendly like that. But I don't think you can ride with other people. I think it would be cool if we could, But so basically, this is just this little thing over here that you ride around. But you can just portal your way to Crunch Labs as well. So basically, Crunch Labs is where you're going to go and you're gonna sell your items and you're going to buy your parts. But I will let you know, let's say that you don't want to maneuver all the way over to Crunch Labs. You can actually buy the parts for your ship while you're building. Let's say you're scrolling down on your parts and all you have to do is click on it and then you can buy it right there while you're at your ship building. And I don't know if people know that, but you can. But what happens is, let's say if you buy more than one of the parts, and you put one part on the ship, the other one will just be laying on the floor. And so you'll have to like go over your delete can and you'll delete it, but you're not deleting it. You're just putting it back in your inventory. So that way you get it off the floor. So, but that's kind of convenient that you don't have to go all the way to the store to buy parts. Once you like level up in ranks and stuff, you have new parts that you can buy that have like more, they're stronger block, stronger blocks, stronger thrusts, stronger wings, stuff like that. So here's where you're going to go and you're going to sell your item when you want to go and mine. Okay, that's important because you'll get coins. The moon, gives you some. Mars gives you probably about at least twice as much as you will get on the moon. So try to make it, if you're trying to get coins, try to make it to Mars. And it's easier because the axe doesn't cost that much to mine those. But like when you get to Chaco, if you make it to Chaco land, that axe is 10,000 coins. So, if you're not willing to spend money, you probably want to do some mining. And like I said, once all your coins are spent up, that there was freebies in the game. Like once you get to a certain level, that's it. I mean, you only got to get a little bit after you rank up or whatever for the rewards for, AFK or whatever. So here you just like, you have there's only like one gas can. And I'm going to tell you right now, it takes a lot of gas. Like I probably used, if you use the bigger, more stronger, heavier parts, like if you have stone wings or ice wings, you're probably going to use twice as much gas because they're heavier. So this one right here, this wing right here is the wood wing. That's probably the best. It only has 2 horsepower, which is kind of ridiculous. This one, I will tell you this wing right here is pretty important that gets you through that, I forget what it's called. It's where all the like ice cream treats are and stuff. I mean, I made it through there and I was almost at Marshmallowtopia or whatever. And these thrusts, but again, like the more that you spend, like stone, all these items, they're heavier. So it takes up more fuel, which means you'll have to have a bigger ship to have more space for gas cans. So you can get to Chaco on a smaller ship. And I mean, I did. You just have to have enough fuel because you don't get a bigger gas can till like you're way up in the ranks. Of course, you can buy the rank level. So you want about at least 20 gas cans if you're using the heavier parts. I think I made it to Chaco Land on like 15 gas tanks, but I mean, I'm telling you, it takes a lot of fuel. So just keep that in mind. Now, here's a little secret, and I don't know. I just know this because I watched Mark Rober and his friends playing the game, and Mark Rober's like, go get the toilet paper. Go get the toilet paper. You definitely want to have the toilet paper. And I'm like, okay. Bathroom door. So this is where the toilet paper is. And you'll go in here, and you'll have an option to pick up the toilet paper. And I don't know why, but I just happened to have the toilet paper on me when I made it to Chaco and into Chaco Land. And, anyways, it's just something that you could put on your rocket. I don't know if it's just kind of a funny thing or if it actually is something that actually gives you power. I mean, it does have strength to it, so for whatever reason. But I've already got it, so when you go in there for the first time, it'll give you an option to pick up the toilet paper. So go in there and get the toilet paper, okay? It's something that you want. Most people don't even know about it. From the videos that I have seen, I haven't seen anybody getting the toilet paper. And I only know about it because I watched Mark Rober's video and him talking about it. Okay, this is your Bay Area. You'll be assigned a Bay Area. And when you want to go back to your Bay Area, you'll just click on home. You'll have a home button up here. It's not here because I'm already at my home bay. And you can just teleport wherever you're at back to your home base, even when you're out on planets. So this is where you will build your rocket ship. And It is a little bit buggy. Like sometimes it doesn't want to place exactly where I want. The wings are kind of buggy. Just be patient. Just move your avatar away from your ship, and different positions around the ship if you're having problems placing the item. And I'll give you an example. So I will break out these. So here's your choices here. Like mud is like the weakest block. Okay, the strength is 1. Then you have cardboard, strength is 2. Then you have wood, strength is 5. Then you have this, and I haven't even used that yet. But notice how the weight goes up. Okay, so from here, strength is 8, strength is 5. I think that honestly, the amount of weight that you're adding on each of these items, especially this one, the weight is 30. You're going to go through so much fuel. I have used the cheaper items that's not as durable, and I've made it farther than trying to use the heavy duty stuff, and I could not even get as far as I could, and the gas was used up so quickly. So really and truly, all these fancy stuff, it's just, to me, it's not even really worth it. Like the middle rank, like look at the weight. That's ridiculous. Yeah, look at that. The strength is pretty good. So you just kind of have to, figure out what you have to balance the weight versus the strength. But I did fine with the wood, the wood blocks, and the wood. I feel like the wood wing is and the ice wing, I like combining these two the best. It's not too much weight. And this wing and a couple of these, like I tried a couple of these, but they use so much gas and they're pretty heavy. So I did fine just using like 2 of these, and like you want like 4 to 6 of these. And then currently I would say definitely use probably all of these tanks. So that means I would just make mine kind of a narrow, long, and I just stack the gas stuff on top of there. And there is, as you go up in ranks, there is a thing that you could put in the very front of the ship, and it's kind of like a laser, a shield. That's what it is. And you once you get one of these, it only helps a little bit though, honestly. It did only help with like smaller rocks. Um so I do use, like what I would do is I would press S and go down underneath the big rocks. Just try to avoid the big rocks. I ain't even trying to hit them with no laser beam. That just didn't even do very good. And so once I get underneath the um, rocks by pushing S, and then you'll have small rocks flying across, you can do better with this like laser shield in dealing with the smaller rocks than trying to use the laser beam, I think. And see, here's that toilet paper. So you'll just, if I haven't placed this yet, so I'm just going to click on build and that'll make it go away. So let's say that I put a block somewhere. I'm going to go into blocks and put a wood block. And let's say I don't like where I just scroll up on my mouse. I have like a wheel in the middle of my mouse, so I use that to zoom in and out. And now I'll take this, hit on the trash can. Let's hover over this. See how it turns red? And it disappears. Now, I don't delete the item. I'm just putting it back into my inventory. And then on the wings, let's show you how you place a wing. If I can find one. Here we go. All right. Oh, I don't have any of those. I'm not trying to buy any of those either. Let's find one that I've already got. Okay. So let's say I'm going to place this wing. So you're going to use R and T to basically flip it and position it. The wings are kind of buggy. So just step away from your ship when you're trying to place it. And let's say it's like not wanting to place properly. Just kind of walk away, physically walk away from your ship. Move around your ship with your avatar. And as you notice, the part kind of follows you. So you may just need to maneuver yourself around the ship in a different angle or different position. And that is the only way I have found to be able to get it to place where I want it to. So anyways, I hope that this is helpful. And there's some really cool quests in this game, to including dealing with the fat rat. There's a cartoon, so go up to the Mark Rober character in the game, and it'll play a video, and it'll explain that quest. And if you're interested in that, and it's a pretty cool game. But just keep in mind that the free money and the coins and stuff, just kind of be conservative on that, because the higher rank you go, you're going to need more money to buy the parts so that you can mine the planets and stuff like that, and buy more parts as you go up in rank. You have stuff that opens up to you. I hope it's helpful. I appreciate if you give it a like and consider subscribing if you're not already, and have a blessed day and happy Thanksgiving. Bye.